Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to prove to you all that thick thighs really do save lives. Let me show you how. So you'll notice in some of the clips I am showing here while fighting Falz Dallion as a Slayer, I get stuck in his red zone one-shot areas. I'm being stuck in my overdrive finish, unable to get away before taking damage, as I am animation locked in the skill. The secret to this is I am swapping quickly to an old event weapon, which is the Codec weapon series. This is an old event weapon that we had from the past. Over the past few weeks, I've been using this weapon in Falz Dallion, and it's saved my butt numerous times from dying, which in turn helps the quest not end in failure, which is always a good thing, right? So you can see that I have a Codec rifle here with a bunch of defensive augments on it to raise the damage resistance. But the real trick to this is the weapon potential impervious unit. This weapon potential has a barrier which prevents you from being knocked back, as well it also gives a whopping 60% damage resistance buff too, as long as you're at 90% HP or higher. So as long as I keep my HP pretty much full, I can abuse this weapon during Falz Dallion to save myself from being one-shot in tricky situations. Now, normally Falz Dallion would hit me for like 1400 HP or something like you saw in the very beginning of the video, but whenever I'm using this rifle here, if I get a hit with one of these one-shot attacks, it only hits me for like around like 300, 400 HP, which is pretty much nothing. I just survive it. And all I have to do is just use one resta to get back to full HP again. Now, there's even some certain instances where I'll just tank a hit on purpose now using this weapon, so I can be closer to my fragment when it returns, trying to like time attack and stuff like that. Or maybe there's going to be instances sometimes where my overdrive finish is about to run out, and the only way I'm going to be able to get the attack off as the fragment is coming back is if I'm right there in that red zone to where I can pull the attack off right away. So I'll use the rifle and swap to it and take the hit, and then I'll just switch back to my gunblade and use my overdrive finish, for example. Sometimes I'll even put myself in harm's way just to maintain my gunblade focus bar from running out, because I can stand there in that one-shot zone and I can go off and I can use like a gunblade attack to get one hit in again. Even if I hit Falz Dallion out of bounds quickly for 1 HP and then I quickly swap over to the rifle so that I can tank the hit, it's going to keep my gunblade focus bar full. That way so I keep that extra damage buff that you get from gunblade focus on Slayer. There's even going to be some fun cases where I might just want to be silly showing off to a friend for some laughs in the quest, running in front of them but staying in the red zone emoting. Just being a goofball, you know? Having a fun time. So this weapon series sadly has no gunblade to it, but I do believe there is a codec weapon for all other classes in the game. So in the case of Slayer, you just need to have a weapon that your subclass can use. That's why I chose a codec rifle to use in Falz Dallion, as it's one of the best subclasses in the fight for most party setups. Now this weapon is old, but there's still a supply of them on player shops, so be sure to search it up. I also wanted to mention too, there is another weapon series that still drops in the game, which is an alternative to this if you can't find a codec, and that would be the 4Z series. Now, the 4Z series potential is similar to the codec, but it's not as good. The 4Z series potential has a damage barrier of only 50% when your HP is at 80% or more, so it's going to take a little bit more damage, but it should be enough to still survive. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. I just wanted to help make players aware of this nice niche little trick that you could use to save your life in the game, helping some of those runs out there not to fail. Thanks a lot for watching everybody, stay safe and have a wonderful day. I'll see you all in the next one.